Hey everyone, welcome to the Testing Trainer YouTube channel. In this session, we are going to discuss acceptance testing. In previous session, we discussed levels of testing, right? So, what are the levels we have seen? Unit testing, component testing, integration testing, system testing. Now, acceptance testing is also one of the levels of testing. It will be in a final level. Yeah, now we are going to see in detail about acceptance testing. Acceptance testing, like system testing, typically focuses on behavior capabilities of whole systems. Okay, so now hold it here. Now, acceptance testing is exactly same as system testing. Okay, in terms of execution, how you perform acceptance testing is same to how you perform system testing. Now, how we perform system testing? Same example, take login example. In system testing, you know it's not a code or anything. You type the URL and you go to the actual web page. Now you open, for example, you take login, you type the value, ID and password, click login, and you are making sure login is successful. This is in system testing, right? This is how we execute the system testing. Similar way, we execute the acceptance testing. Similarly, in order to execute the acceptance testing, you'll be typing the URL and going and entering all the username password you'll be doing. Then what is the difference between system and acceptance testing? The difference is who is going to perform the testing. That is the difference. Okay, so the testing will not be performed by the testers usually. Okay, or you can call it as a separate team. Okay, in user acceptance testing, so in the acceptance testing itself, how it can happen, I'll tell you few scenarios. Okay, so understand through scenarios. First scenario, one company will be doing the testing. Okay, now I'll think about one company is doing the development activity. Okay, now the testing activity will be given to another company. So the sometimes what happens is development team, when develop it, the same company does the testing, and then user acceptance testing will be done by the different company. Okay, they call it UAT testing, will be done by the different company. Okay, so or it will be done through a different team in the same company. So ideally the user acceptance testing is an another eye to make sure everything works well. Okay, but in general scenario, the acceptance testing will be done by the users who actually use the system. Okay, who actually use the system. Okay, that's a concept. Because see, acceptance, why they say acceptance testing, you accept a product before it is being given to you. Okay, it's a kind of final inspection. Okay, so now as soon as the development team complete the testing team completes the testing. Now it will be given to a finally to a user who is going to use it. Okay, and then they will be doing a one round of testing and certify saying that okay, it's all passed. That's the acceptance testing. Okay, now that acceptance testing is classified into two different types, major types. Okay, one is user acceptance testing and another is operational acceptance testing. User acceptance testing of system is typically focused on validating the fitness for use of the system by the intended users. See, underline the word intended users in a real or simulated operational environment. So it's been done by the actual users who's supposed to use the system. Okay, that is actually a term of user acceptance testing. Okay, right. Now, operational acceptance testing. Operation acceptance testing of system by operations or system administration staff. So the staff with who is going to work within. Now, previously we have seen e-commerce website, but I will take another website. Okay, there is a software. Okay, think about a software which has been a railway train booking system is there. Okay, now the train booking system software will be done within the development team. Okay, so if I mean within the team which is being developed, for example, I'll give a name, take Infosys. Okay, Infosys is a software development company. Now that company will be finishing their testing, development and testing, and then they will be going to a giving there will be a system administration staff who is going to actually do some operation activity for the railway. Think about it, for the train booking system. So now that system administration staff or operation staff who is testing, that is called operational testing. Okay, now the real users. Okay, now in train booking system, who is the real users, or in e-commerce, who's the real users? Actually, person who just a random person, like we'll, for example, take me, I will be booking a train ticket and I can buy some mobile. So in this type of scenario, they will be having a separate team of some real users, and then they will be testing it. That's it. User acceptance testing. Sometimes there will be another acceptance testing called business acceptance testing. The people who we call business, who is also a kind of users, but they will be in the industry for a long time, so they will be doing the testing. That is business acceptance testing. So mostly think about it. It's all about users. It is not a professional testers will do this testing. That is the way. In acceptance testing, how we perform the testing is same like system testing. Point number one. Point number two. Then what is the difference between system and acceptance testing? Who will perform the testing? That is what's the difference between system and acceptance testing. Point number two. Point number three. Now, who is the person who will be doing, how they will be doing? So the actual users will be doing the testing. Okay, that is user acceptance testing. This is point number three. Now there will be some system administration operation team within the environment, so they will be doing it. That's operation acceptance testing. Okay, point number four. Point number last point. Sometimes a business users who's in their area for a long time, so they will also be doing the testing. So that is a BAT. We call this a business acceptance testing. That is also a real users most of the time, and they will be doing. They will be just going to the system. They will not actually perform a testing like with the test cases and everything. They will do with an user scenarios how you usually operates the application, how you actually perform the action. They will be doing that in way. Now before wrap up this session, okay, now I have to think the concept of acceptance testing. Why? So you, most of you may have a question, Jay. Anyhow, we are also going to enter username and password and make sure login is successful. They are also going to do the same. Then why do we need a call separate testing called acceptance testing? Guys, think about it. You complete a product, okay, you go to a shop to buy something, okay, and you just need to operate it and make sure it's all working fine, and then you need to buy it, right? Correct. You go, you're going to buy a TV. Now you have to see, you just open the TV, make sure that TV suits you, it's all looking good, the HD clarity or 4K quality is all good. So making sure you have the remote is operating, you'll be doing all this thing and then you will be buying it, right? Most of us. So it is similar to that. Okay, so that's the difference. So they will be just going and doing all this thing in software industry or in the real time, a big product like a e-commerce website or everything. It will not be as simple as a TV, right? There will be so many user actions. User will be going to one step, two step, and then buy something and do it. So there will be user perspective will be there. So that will be done in this thing. So a tester will be most of the time. It's a very key concept. I would like to cover it in this session. See, tester is a professional in testing who will be testing in that perspective. User is an actual user who will be testing or who will be performing some actions in the web application in a user way. So there are two perspective, okay, tester perspective, user perspective. Okay, so user perspective will be tested in the acceptance testing and system perspective will be tested by the system testing. Now to be a successful tester, guys, think as a user and perform testing. Okay, that is the key for becoming a successful tester, so that you know what is the pain point for the user, where user will find some issues, difficulties. Okay. Right. I hope I've given enough information for this session. Thank you so much.